Hello and welcome. Adita Lang here, and in today's Strength and Body Weight, we are going to focus on upper body strong. I hope you're good with that. Now, in that case, we will need a set of medium to heavy weights, light weights, and a mat. You also want water close by, take breaks when you need to, and work at a pace that's comfortable to you. So let's get started simply with a toe tap. And as you're toe tapping, pull the shoulders down and back, chest is up, brace from your center, and now circle the arms forward. Increasing the circulation and getting our body just ready for what we're about to do. Now up and over. And again, bring the arms forward. Now convert this into a leg curl, arm curl. Using your breathing as you're moving, so your breath rate works right along with your movements. And reach forward, toe taps, big circles with the arms. Bring your arms up. You have 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Come down for a landing, one arm across the chest and hold. Now add a little twist. Turn the whole body, roll through the foot. Deep breath and exhale. Holding the heel here and stretch from your calves, pulling in right from the center. Inhale, exhale. Now turn to the front, toes up, sitting down, taking the tailbone back and hold. Inhale, exhale. Come back to center, right arm across the chest and hold. And now give yourself a little twist and turn the entire body, roll through the foot. Inhale and exhale. Hold here and stretch. Inhale, exhale. Turning to the front, toes up, sitting down into the left leg and hinging from the hips. Inhale. Exhale, tailbone back, and come center. Side stretch here, and pull down, and up. And as you pull down, feel your lats engage. They're turning on, ready to work. One more. And the other side, up and pull down. Inhale and exhale, keeping the shoulders down and back, even though you're extending your arm up. One more time. And release, take both arms back, pull them back, inhale here, and exhale. And now slowly bring both arms forward. Small bend in the knees, and I want you to think shoulder blades. So they should be down and back. Now from there, move them all the way back and together and release. And as you pull your shoulder blades back, I want you to think about engaging your center, keeping the rib cage tight, and feel the shoulder blades connect to each other in the back and release. You have 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let those arms go. Okay, let's start with our heavier weights. Now I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me a little bit better. Both feet are a little wider than your hips. Bend the knees, tailbone back, and I want you to hinge. So notice that the bend comes from my hip joint. This keeps my neutral spine in perfect alignment. Now from here, I want you to think about your shoulders, squeeze them back in together like we just did, and then squeeze the shoulder blades together and release. Squeeze your shoulder blades back and pull. It's almost as if it's 2 moves. Elbows back. Now, I have to add a third move. So as you squeeze and pull back, you engage your center all at the same time. I want you to feel your tailbone aiming backwards and your chest coming forward. You have 5. Squeeze back with the shoulders. 4, 3, and 2. Now 1. Now, if these weights are too heavy for what we're about to do, always know you can change weights halfway through. So knees are soft. These are called hammer curls. So the weight goes up and down, And we can typically do this a little bit with heavier weight than we do a traditional bicep curl. But again, if it feels too heavy, the goal here with weight training is I want smooth moves. Your shoulders are back, you're thinking about your form, your technique, and you're not squirming around trying to lift the weight or force the weight up. I want them smooth. We usually do about 10 reps, and by the time you get to number 8, it'll feel challenging, and that's okay, and 10 should be hard. And then we do another set later. We have 4 more on each side. Feel your biceps contract as you curl the weight. 3, and 2, and now 1. And bring yourself center. Again, you don't have to turn, but I will so you can see me. Bend the knees, tailbone back, hinge forward. Now remember the shoulders, squeeze them together and pull. Squeeze your shoulder blades and pull. You'll feel the upper back contracting as the shoulders connect. Elbows stay very close to the body, and you brace through the center the entire time. Full inhale, full exhale. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Hammer curls. Chest is up, shoulders are back and down. Feel the bicep contract as you bend the elbow. And at the same time, your elbow is staying in one spot. So if you feel like you're moving your elbow forward and back, then I want you to slow down a little bit and concentrate a little bit more on what you're doing. Use the breath. 5 more on each side. And this is 4. Now 3, 2, and 1. And release. So bringing these weights down, we're going to use them later, and picking up a lighter set of weights. Now, again, I'll turn sideways so you can see me better. Bending and hinging, elbows are back. Now think of the back of the arm and contract. So the elbow stays in one spot, aiming backwards, and as you extend your arm, you feel the tricep contract, the back of the arm. Your toes are engaged with the floor, so your feet are very stable. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms up, right here by the sides, up to shoulder level and back down. Small bend in the knee, brace from the center. Inhale and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Once again, triceps. I'll turn sideways just for you to see me, but you don't need to. Tailbone back, hinge, elbows up, and kick back. So every time I kick my arm back, I pull in from my center so that I keep my torso nice and strong, and it helps me keep and maintain my neutral spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come center, elbows in and up just to shoulder level. As the weight feels heavier, this is when I want you to contract your center more. Engage the rib cage. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now coming down the floor, this is a great time to grab some water. And let's get our mat down. Simply starting with both legs out. Feet about hip distance, deep breath, and exhale and hinge. So as I'm hinging, and I want you to think about this, if you feel like your lower back is rounding, then maybe you should sit up on a mat or fold your mat or a towel to prop your hips up just about an inch. That's going to help give some extension in the spine, and then hinge forward. At the same time, pull the toes back. Inhale, exhale, crossing the foot over and come down, hinge from there. Knee up and twist and hold. And release other side. Hinge forward. Knee up and twist and hold. And release. So bring yourself over. Let's take our smaller weights by our side, starting in the all fours position. And I want you to feel where your weight is, nice and even on all 4 points. But now let's take away the left arm so it's all 3 points. The left arm is going to work on posterior delt. So we're going to move our elbow out to the side and back down. So as you do that, feel yourself centered and then elbow out and down. And as my elbow goes out, unconsciously I want to push to the right. But I want you to think about that and keep yourself centered. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The same thing on the other side. So center your body weight. Elbow goes out to the side. And your hips stay nice and centered. Pulling in through the rib cage so the center is completely engaged. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hands on either side of the mat. Bring your body weight forward where your chest lands in between your hands. So you're creating basically a straight line from the tip of the head to the knees. Now with the weight in your hands, bend your elbows to 90 degrees so your elbow lands right above the wrist and then pull up. And remember, as the work gets harder, that's when you brace your center more. And notice how my spine doesn't move. Everything is moving together. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pressing back into child's pose. It's a nice intermission. Deep breath. Exhale. Hold. And come up. Starting with the left side. So balance your weight on all 3 points and elbow to the side. Keeping your hips right in the center. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side. Balance your weight. Pull the elbow out. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now arms go out, another set of push-ups. So tilting your weight forward so that all your weight's in your hands, and again creating that straight line, and lowering your chest right in between the hands. Inhale one way, exhale the other. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press back. And release. So slowly bringing yourself down. Let's move our bigger weights on either side of the mat and bring yourself all the way down. Starting out with the knees into the chest. And bring your feet down. Hands behind the head. And you're going to lift your head up off the ground about 1 inch. I call this the hover. So from the hover position, now move all of your energy into your rib cage and feel your ribs close and open so that your head and your arms go along for the ride. And your arms are actually holding the weight of your head as opposed to pulling. Inhale one way, exhale the other. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees back into the chest. Now release, taking your heavier weight. Actually, let's just only take one. So only focus on the left arm, elbow out to the side. Now, you'll feel the weight trying to pull you that way. So this is where I need you to engage the center and keep yourself very centered into the floor. Shoulders push back towards the floor and then lift from the arm. Now, take your knuckles up to the sky so that the wrist stays very straight. Inhale one way, exhale the other. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set the weight down. We have the other side. So same thing, set yourself up, pull in from the center, shoulders are back, knuckles to the sky, and then pull up and across. And you're aiming for the very center of your chest. So it's an arc of motion. And as you aim for the center of your chest as you're coming up, you'll feel the chest engage. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit the weight down, hands behind the head, hover off the mat. Now use the rib cage and contract and release. Inhale and exhale. Five more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down. This time, taking the lighter weights, and we have 2 moves. So your shoulders are pulled back, your knuckles to the sky so the wrist is straight. The arms come up, they go back for triceps, they come back up, and they come down for shoulders. Push, and then bring the arms down, up, and back down. Now, the most important part here, keeping the elbows in one spot so they're not squirming around, they're controlled. Then, as you bend the elbow down and extend, I want you to feel your tricep, the back of the arm, and down. At the same time, as the weight feels heavier, this is when you engage your center the most, using your breath as you go. 4 more. And 3. Here's 2. And 1. Lowering the weights. Now, hand behind the head. Let the head hover. This time, engage the abdominals and stay there for a second. Taking your left leg, pull the knee in and bring the leg out. Still keeping it bent, but just reaching out past your knee just a little bit. Now, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Focus on the rib cage. Remember, the arms are not pulling. They're holding the weight of the head. So the lifting action is coming by contracting the rib cage. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down, other side with the arms. One more set. Elbows in, knuckles to the sky, and the arms come up, back, up, and down. Inhale and exhale. Use your breathing as you go. Feel the center engaged. And hold those elbows in one spot so you can feel the tricep contract as you extend the arms up. Last 4. This is 3. And 2. 1 more. And down. Pressing the weights down. Hands behind the head, allow the head to hover, pull the rib cage in tight, and this time the other leg. So the leg comes in, contract the rib cage and release. Contract the rib cage and release. With the lifting action coming because of the contraction in the rib cage. The hands are there only to hold the weight of your head. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down. Okay, pressing these weights a little bit further away so they're not in our way. I want you to take both arms out, legs up, knees are bent. Now, feel your shoulders into the floor and slowly allow the legs to fall over to the right, yet keeping the left shoulder against the floor. The minute you feel like you can't hold the shoulder anymore, which here is my, yes, this is my spot right there. That's as far as I can go. Now I'm going to squeeze my rib cage tight and do the same to the other side. So I'll move my legs until I can't hold my shoulder anymore. This shoulder now we're working on the right shoulder. And squeeze from the center and come up. And the same thing. And each time I do the exercise, which is what I encourage you to do, I want you to push the shoulder down more. Pull in from the center a little bit more. See if you can just move half a centimeter more and then do the other side. But all of this with good form and technique. Squeeze from the center. Feeling the rib cage contract as you move the legs. Full inhale, full exhale. We have 3 more on both sides. This is 2. Last one right here. Pull in from the rib cage. The other one, let's go. And center, pulling both knees in. Now simply take one leg down, one leg up. I want you to think tailbone. Push your tailbone down to the floor. Press your heel up to the sky. And now reach for the leg and pull the leg towards you without releasing the tailbone or the heel. And you'll feel the full lengthening going down the leg. Deep breath. Exhale. Again, inhale and exhale and release. The other side up, heel up, press down. Deep breath. Exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. And release there. Are you ready for one more set? Both arms out, legs come up. So force those shoulders down, pull in from the center, and then control your center as the legs move, push the shoulder down, and when you can go just so far, now squeeze from the center and pull up, and the same to the other side. What dictates your range of motion is your shoulders against the floor. They cannot lift up. The minute they lift up, you've gone too far. Squeeze from your center. Use your breathing. We have 4 more on both sides. Push those shoulders down, squeeze from the ribs, focus on what you're doing. This is 3. And 2. Last one. And come center, pull both knees into the chest. And bring yourself to the side so we can sit up. Now we need our lighter weights close by. And simply sitting tall first. Arm comes up. I want you to pull back behind you like you're about to scratch your back, and then reach for the elbow and pull back and hold. And release the other side. Arm goes back. Pull back and hold. And bringing your weights in right to the center. Elbows by your side, chest is up tall. Reach forward, in. Now, I have my legs crossed, but you don't have to. You could actually have your legs out, or you could sit on a chair, whatever is the most comfortable where you can maintain neutral spine the entire time. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Now, even though I'm taking my arms forward, I'm still keeping my shoulders held back and down the entire time. Four more. And 3. Now 2. One more time. And keeping the same weights, turn your palms up. Shoulders are back, so your elbows are in one spot, and the goal is to keep your elbows right in this spot, and then curl from your biceps. Inhale and exhale. So if you feel like your elbows want to move forward and back, I want you to slow down. See if you can control the elbows in one spot, and if you need to lower the weight, you can do that too. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Elbows by our sides, straight out and in. Holding your shoulders back and down the entire time. And engaging from the center, especially as the weight starts to feel heavier. 5 more. Here's 4, keep those shoulders down. And 3, push all the way through the arm. Feel the muscles of the arms engage all the way up into the shoulders. 1 more on each side. And now turn your palms up. Elbows stay in one spot and curl. Use your breath as you move. We are at the end. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We are done. Weights go down, take the arms out, pull them all the way to the side, and I want you to pull them back and hinge forward slightly. You'll feel the stretch in your chest and shoulders and a little bit in your biceps. Deep breath, exhale. 1 more. And release, crossing one arm across the chest, and the other side. Now taking one leg forward, one leg bent, deep breath, and exhale and hinge, pulling your toes towards you and feeling like you're pushing your tailbone back as your chest is coming forward. Now take the left leg, cross over, and turn this into a figure 4. Inhale and exhale. And switch legs. Bend the knee, deep breath. Exhale, hinge forward, pull the toes towards you. Deep breath. Exhale. And lift up, cross over, big deep breath. Exhale and hinge. Again, inhale, exhale, hold here. And just bringing your legs into a butterfly. Inhale and exhale, hinge, so you feel a little bit more in the inner thighs. And so find a comfortable way to sit, however you want to sit. And I want you to take the arms out and rotate around the ankles. The ankles, did I really say that? I did. I mean the wrist. If we started bringing our feet up, going around the ankles, we'd probably fall backwards, so let's not do that. Let's just stick to the wrist. And now the other direction, all the way around. I do hope you got a giggle out of that. We all need a good giggle. And bring the hands together, fingertips down and hold. Release, fingertips down and hold. And this is another great time to get water. And you can interlace your hands, stretch the hands forward, pull the arms all the way up, and release. And again, interlace, press forward, up, and release. And now just the shoulders up, back, and around. One more time. And bring those shoulders down. Thank you so much for joining me in today's class. Please go out there, drink plenty of water, keep your body moving, and just enjoy the day. Bye for now.